What's going on, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out a band called Forja or Forja, perhaps, and the name of the song is Pare, Llop. I've never heard of this band before. I'm really curious to check this out and see what we got. They have a album coming out. I'm not quite sure of the release date, but I believe this is, if not the first single of the new album, it's one of the singles off the new album on the horizon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. Like I said, I've never listened to this band before, so not 100% sure what to expect, but there's always some fun and excitement in that as far as I'm concerned. So let's just give it a listen, shall we? Rangers, go.
Those
very interesting song there. I like the video. The video was really neat. I like the setting and the neon is almost like a grid looking thing and the big hologram of like a wolf in the middle. It just looked cool. So I thought visually it was really neat video. And as far as the song goes, very, very interesting the way that it is. Now, first and foremost, though, I'm always a sucker for the violin. And so that was a really neat addition here to this song was the violinist and the violin work throughout the song was really cool. And I just enjoyed that sound in general. And the band has a good sound, the instruments, everything sounds good. The production is pretty solid. And the vocalist has quite a range too. He's got like a lower register, but then he can also sing a bit higher. And there's some spots you could hear like kind of in the background. He was really wailing. So his range is pretty solid as well. And his delivery is good. I thought, for the most part, the song was neat. I like the sound of it. And, there's some things I liked more than others. But ultimately, I feel like the biggest thing plaguing this song is the momentum shifts. It just really doesn't ever kind of find its stride as far as like a solid momentum goes. It has a lot of kind of stop and starts, and it just kind of throws the listener off because the engagement isn't really there because it's kind of all over the place momentum wise. That you never really find your footing in the song. You're kind of vibing with it, and then it kind of slows, and then it kind of starts again, and so you're going, then it kind of really slows down and has, like kind of the violin going on its own or this and that, and it kind of builds and starts up again, and it slows again. It just really, it needs to have like a consistency as far as the momentum goes. And, having slowdowns and softer parts is fine. That's one thing. But there's way too many throughout the course of this song that it loses the listener, in my opinion. So it really needs to have more of a consistent momentum to it, and then kind of have a slowdown maybe in the bridge or something like that, where it gets a little bit more instrumental and then builds back up again. Something like that is fine, but there was just way too much throughout this song of stop and starts that it loses the listener. Again, that's in my opinion, but I just feel like a more consistent momentum would have been good for the song. I thought the verses were cool. There was a cool sound to it. And even the chorus has everything kind of comes together pretty well in the chorus as far as sound goes. And you get a bit more of a grandiosity, because I do feel like in some parts of this song, it may be because of that kind of stop and start nature, where it feels like there's not a whole lot of depth to the sound. There's quite a bit of emptiness in spots. It's just not really layered to really give you a nice full rich sound. It just, again, it feels a bit empty. It feels like there's maybe one or two instruments kind of in the forefront and then just emptiness in the background, and so it just loses the depth of sound. But in the chorus it all comes together a lot better. You get more of a full rich sound and a bit of a grandiosity to it, vocally and musically. So I thought that was neat. But I felt like the melody in the chorus could have used a little bit of work. There's not a real melody in there. It's a little bit of one. It's like there's like a hint of a melody, but the melody just feels a bit jagged. Like there's not like a smooth, nice, flowing melody. It's just a bit scattered in there. It's a bit rough. And so there's not like, again, something to really kind of latch onto in the chorus. Like it sounds cool, but the melody itself just, it just has rough edges to it. It's not like I said, a smooth, nice, flowing melody that is worthy of the grand sound musically. So I think the vocal melody in the chorus could just be smoothed out a bit more, have a little bit more movement, but smooth, not as jagged, if that makes any sense. So those are really the two biggest things: is the momentum, and then the chorus, the melody of the chorus. I think smoothing those things out would really kind of take the song to the next level, because I like the sound, I like the vibe, but ultimately it just kind of makes it difficult to just really engage with as a listener and really kind of latch on for the reasons that I mentioned. But very interesting band. Very curious to hear what else they got. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on when they drop the album, because I want to listen to it and kind of get more of a feel for what the band's all about, because I feel like they got all the elements that they need to really kind of craft something special. But maybe in the songwriting, just kind of smooth out the rough edges a little bit. And that's just really kind of my thoughts on there. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what do you think of this song? Are you curious for the new album? Have you heard of this band before? What are your thoughts on the band in general? And yeah, that's what I got. I'll catch you all next time. Ranger, out.